Filipino skincare has gone a long way. Dati, ang meron lang natin were mga soaps, alcohol-based toners, whitening creams, and even yung mga sunscreens na ang liliit pa ng mga lalagyan. But fast forward to today, ang dami ng mga Filipino brands na nag-step up, nag-innovate, and have become more accessible sa mga Pilipino. So if you've been wanting to make a simple skincare routine with all high-quality Filipino products, here are some recommendations na masasabi kong proud ako and maipagmamalaki ko pa to the world. Now, as we know, ang bare essentials ng isang skincare routine is just a good cleanser or face wash, a good moisturizer, and a good sunscreen. So I will be sharing with you guys some of the best local options when it comes to this. Start muna tayo with our cleanser, and surprisingly, ang local brand na pinaka-kompleto in terms of the different types of cleansers is surprisingly from a small local brand. And after doing some research, parang nag-iisa pa lang talaga siyang local brand na kumpletong-kumpleto talaga. That's because this brand has a regular foam cleanser, an exfoliating cleanser with 2% BHA, a sensitive skin cleanser, and even an oil cleanser for those na gustong mag-double cleanse. And this brand is none other than Seoul Apothecary. As in, para sa akin talaga, this is really such an underrated and underappreciated na local brand because sa dinami-daming nag-viral na Filipino brands, ito pa lang talaga ang kumpleto, as in one-stop shop for the different types of cleansers na kakailanganin mo. If you're oily and acne prone, meron silang exfoliating foam cleanser with 2% salicylic acid or BHA, which unclogs your pores of excess oil and dead skin cells, and kumpleto pa siya with gentle cleansing agents and other supporting ingredients like niacinamide, green tea, and zinc PCA, which help with the oiliness ng skin natin. And from start to end talaga ng experience nito, as in sobrang satisfying talaga niya, from the time na i-dispense mo siya and foam na agad yung lalabas, to the time na i-a-apply mo na siya on the skin, hindi siya mahapde, and up until the time that you wash it off, it feels just right. As in, hindi banat or over-drying yung feeling niya sa skin, pero hindi rin over-moisturized yung feeling ng skin mo. And gaya ng sinabi ko sa previous video ko na feature ko to, this really is, in my opinion, the best salicylic acid foaming cleanser that comes from a Filipino brand. As in, fight me, ito talaga siya in my opinion. Pero if hindi oily yung skin mo, meron naman silang regular version ng foaming cleanser nila, and this one works for all skin types. Meron din siyang mga soothing plant ingredients like green tea and licorice root na maraming benefits sa skin, and also skin repairing ceramides. Pero kung yung skin type mo is ultra sensitive and kailangan mo ng mas gentle na cleanser na parang Cetaphil lang, they even have an oat-based cleanser, which as we know, oat is really one of the best plant ingredients to soothe the skin. Plus, meron pa siyang Centella asiatica or Cica that's also a soothing ingredient. Plus, meron din siyang ceramides that are skin repairing, and meron pa siyang mga hydrating ingredients like hyaluronic acid, sodium PCA, and saccharide isomerate. And even for those na gustong mag-double cleanse, yes, meron din silang option for you. This is actually one of the very few Filipino brands na merong cleansing oil na very affordable pa nga compared to other Korean or Japanese cleansing oils. Honestly, other Filipino brands need to take notes from Seoul Apothecary kasi ang dami ng mga brands na napakarami ng cleansers nilang ni-release, but Seoul Apothecary released just 4 cleansers and na-cover na agad nila ang majority ng skin types and skin concerns while offering it at affordable prices, and iba-ibang sizes pa yung available. Now obviously, I'm not saying na wala nang ibang Filipino brand na okay when it comes to cleansers. Of course, we have a lot of good options sa market, especially sa mga local brands natin, pero wala pa kasi ako talaga nakikita na as complete as Seoul Apothecary. But if you want to save on shipping, kasi syempre kapag magkaibang brands, meron din yung additional na payment, this is the brand that you can pay just one shipping fee and okay ka na. Next naman, let's move on to moisturizers. And in fairness guys grabe rin talaga yung growth natin sa category na to because sobrang diverse na ng mga options natin for moisturizers, all catering to different skin types. Na-start muna tayo with a discovery that I have from a new local brand, and ginagamit ko na tong product nila for a few weeks now, and sobrang impressed talaga ako sa kanya because this is an amazing moisturizer, especially for those who want to target dark spots and red marks. This is from the new local brand Croia, and it's their Brightening plus Calming Moisturizer. Pero wait lang guys I just wanna take a moment to appreciate first yung packaging niya kasi tingnan nyo, sobrang ganda, as in very simple, very elegant, and really nice. Pero start pa lang yun guys because even sa ingredients list niya, this also brings something very unique. Ito kasi guys is the only moisturizer na alam ko na galing from a Filipino brand that uses a very underrated plant ingredient for dark spots. licorice root extract. Now I know meron namang ibang mga local brands na gumagamit ng licorice root, but how much they use it in this product is really so impressive sa akin kasi pag tinignan mo yung ingredients list nito, licorice root is second sa ingredients list niya. And that means only next to water, which is yung first ingredient, yun yung pinaka-concentrated na ingredient nila rito, even more than niacinamide. And yung niacinamide nila dito is 5%. And as we know, yung licorice root extract and yung niacinamide, power combination yun in my opinion, especially for lightening dark spots or fading red marks. And the fact na meron din tong ceramides and hyaluronic acid makes it a really good option not just for brightening but also for skin barrier repair, which is also very important kapag tinatarget mo yung mga dark spots and red marks mo. And the best way I can describe yung consistency nito is a light velvety cream, as in it easily blends onto the skin and it also absorbs fairly fast. And since fragrance-free din siya, even during those days na medyo nagsisensitive yung skin ko from my acne medications, nagagamit ko pa rin siya without feeling any irritation. So all in all, this is something that I would recommend for more sensitive combination to dry skin types that you can use maybe during the day or during the nighttime. Even normal skin types na nagsasuffer from dark spots, I think kayang-kaya gamitin to. If you're oily and acne prone like me though, pwede pa rin naman siya gamitin, but I would recommend just using it during the nighttime, either before or after your acne medications. Now I know this isn't the most affordable moisturizer out there, pero chances are maabutan nyo yung video na to during sale season. And last na nakita ko sa kanya, bumaba siya to under 500 pesos during those times. And of course, para hindi na kayo mahirapang hanapin pa yung product na to, especially since bagong brand siya, I'll just link it in the description box if you want to see if it's on sale or not. But if you're looking for a more affordable and accessible alternative na, let's say, gusto nyo available sa Watsons, I do have one go-to option that I love recommending to my friends, especially those na galing sa CeraVe. Because for me, this next product is a really good local alternative to that. I'm talking about the Luxe Organix Cica Rescue Derma Relief Gentle Brightening Moisturizer. Second year in a row ko na tong minimension sa mga videos ko. This is really one of my favorite moisturizers sa buong Watsons na i-recommend kasi talaga super flexible siya for different skin types. And I also like it as an alternative for CeraVe because just like CeraVe, meron din tong 5 ceramides sa formulation niya. But what makes this different is nag-include pa sila ng Centella asiatica or Cica extract and all its soothing components, and even a little bit of niacinamide to support the skin barrier. And also another difference compared to CeraVe, this also feels a little bit more comfortable on the skin. Parang feel mo talaga mas made siya for Filipino skin. From a cream type consistency kasi, this spreads, melts, and blends onto the skin into a really nice natural finish. Perfect either pang sandwich method kung gumagamit ka ng mga retinol or strong actives. Pwede rin siya as a night repair cream or even just a soothing cream for irritated or sensitive skin kasi fragrance-free din naman siya. And easily, masasabi ko talaga, this might just be the best moisturizer na ni-release ni Luxe Organix ever. Even after one whole year since ni-release nila to and after many releases from other brands, this really stayed at the top for me. Now, I know na marami sa inyo prefer pump packaging rather than yung ganitong jar packaging. So if isa kayo doon, I do have a very close alternative that I want to recommend as well. Also from a really good local brand. I really like itong Dermorepubliq Cica plus Ceramide 2% Niacinamide Moisturizer. Just like the name says, very similar yung mga key ingredients niya kay Luxe Organix. Ang difference lang talaga niya is nasa pump packaging siya and mas konti ata yung mga ceramide sa formulation na to. But I would say this is still an equally good moisturizer, especially for those na gusto lang talaga nila yung mga barrier repairing benefits from ceramides, from niacinamide, plus similar price range pa siya. Siguro ang con lang nga nito is hindi siya available sa Watsons unlike Luxe Organix, but I do have to say this is very affordable and also very in stock online. So again, ilalagay ko na lang sa description box yung link para hindi nyo na kailangan hanapin siya. Now I do know some people naman na gusto pa nila ng mas lightweight pa na moisturizer, as in yung moisturizer na pwede nilang gamitin kahit sa umaga, kahit sobrang init, kahit pawisan pa sila, and a moisturizer that is of course suitable for oily and acne prone skin because aminin natin maraming Pilipino na oily and acne prone talaga. And honestly guys, one of my top options for that, kahit parang 3 or 4 years old na siya na recommendation, ito pa rin talaga my no-fail recommendation for a lightweight moisturizer. It's the Ellana Stay Fresh Moisturizer. Ang masasabi ko lang, there is a reason kung bakit best-selling moisturizer to ng Ellana for 3 to 4 years already. Kasi talaga, this for me is really the best moisturizer for hot hot and humid tropical weather, even after years of trying out other lightweight moisturizers in the market. And yes, kasama doon yung mga international brands. Wala pa rin talagang tumatalo dito. Yung consistency kasi nito from a gel cream kapag pinump out mo, when you blend it onto your skin, parang instantly talaga siyang nagme-melt na parang tubig na lang yung feeling, and it easily absorbs onto your skin onto an almost soft matte finish. Masterpiece talaga to ng Ellana because aside from including some essential ingredients for oily skin like niacinamide and green tea, this also has some mattifying ingredients like silica and aluminum starch octenyl succinate, which really help give you that nice non-shiny finish kapag in-apply mo. And for me, ito talaga ang epitome or ang biggest representation of made by Filipinos for Filipino skin. As in 2021 ko pa to pinag-uusapan, but still one of my favorite products ever for oily skin. And especially for those na nagsashiny yung skin nila throughout the day, you need to check this out. But when it comes to lightweight skincare products, of course, hindi din talaga pwede mawala sa discussion natin ang mga sunscreens. And I really think na through the years, sobrang nag-elevate and nag-improve talaga yung mga sunscreen options natin. From before na VMV Hypoallergenics and Bello sunscreen lang talaga yung pinaka-matatrust mo ng mga Filipino brands, now a lot of local brands have stepped up and meron pa silang SPF testing results na openly nilang sinishare sa community. So, big progress yun. But honestly though, yung SPF testing, it's a very complex and complicated na topic, lalo na yung mga in vitro, in vivo testing, and so on. But do let me know if you want a deeper discussion on that. Gawa natin ng video yun. But for this video, I have chosen sunscreens from brands na, of course, hindi lang FDA approved and merong sunscreen testing results, but also from brands that I personally trust. But of course, sunscreens that also perfectly represent kung gaano ba ka-lightweight yung preferred talaga nating mga Pilipino. And for me, these two are the most lightweight and the most comfortable sunscreens on the skin that come from Filipino brands na trust ko. These are the Noah and Eve Neo Ultra Lightweight Sunscreen and the Full Sunscreen. As in, ibang level talaga yung pagka-lightweight ng dalawang sunscreens na to on the skin compared to other brands that we have in the market. But aside from that, both of them are brands that I highly trust because very open din sila in showing their SPF testing results on their social media and their online shopping pages. And aside from that, itong dalawang brands kasi na to, trust ko sila kasi matagal ko na rin minimension and ginagamit yung mga skincare products nila. Of course, yung mga OG viewers ko, yung mga long-time viewers ko, alam nyo na, dati ko pa minimension yung mga brands na to. Now, the Neo sunscreen should be your top pick kung gusto mo talaga yung lightest na sunscreen because from an off-white na fluid, it instantly feels very watery and light on the skin and ang bilis niya sobrang mag-absorb. It finishes off onto a feel na honestly, parang naglagay ka lang ng toner or ng essence on your skin. Ganun siya ka-light. The cheaper option though is itong full sunscreen and yung consistency nito is a little bit more fluid but it also very easily spreads and blends onto the skin. And again, wala kang mafe-feel na parang any stickiness or greasiness. Sobrang presko lang talaga yung lagay niya sa skin. And what I really love about this is meron din tong 4% niacinamide. So like I said sa previous review ko on this, it's basically a 3-in-1 niacinamide serum, moisturizer, and sunscreen. And 349 pesos na parang naging 279 pa nga siya this sales season. Sobrang affordable and competitive nung price na yon. So I'm really proud of this brand. Now, aside from these two na matagal ko nang minimension, there are also 3 more releases this year from our Filipino brands na sobrang na-impress talaga ako. They aren't as ultralight as our top 2 options but I think worth mentioning pa rin talaga sila, especially for those na naghahanap ng iba pang mga alternatives or options. And the first one actually is from, surprise, Tita Small Laude. I know, naloka rin ako kay Tita Small. This is from the brand that she launched called Small Step Skin and their sunscreen is very impressive. Now, sunscreen to from a local brand but it's actually manufactured in Korea and as you guys know, it's the beauty capital of the world. But unlike other Korean sunscreens na mas targeted to mga Koreans na 4 seasons yun na experience ng skin nila, ito sobrang bagay to for Filipino skin na nakaka-experience ng hot and humid climates. As in, yung consistency niya is almost like a sunscreen water gel. As in, ganun siya ka-watery and lightweight on the skin kapag sprinted mo. It does finish off slightly shiny at first, but after a while, nagsiset din naman siya. Pero ang feature na to na mas lalo talaga akong nauga or nagulat, this actually uses advanced UV filters. Now, for those na hindi alam kung anong meaning nun, basically, gumamit kasi sila ng ilang mga UV filters dito na very high protection and very stable. And usually, usually may kita mo lang sa mga foreign brands. Pero dahil nga manufactured in Korea to, ang nagawa nila is siguro na access nila yon and nadala nila sa Pilipinas. So in fairness sa team ni Tita Small. But for the sunscreen nerds who want to know more, yung ingredients list niya, it uses octisalate, octinoxate, and homosalate, which are traditional UV filters, but it also uses Uvinol T150 and Uvinol A+. And yun talaga yung very stable and high protection na mga filters. So shout out kay Tita Small or sa mga nanonood sa mga videos ni Tita Small, in fairness. And I-imagine ko talaga siya kasi sinasabi niya, okay guys, gumawa na tayo ng sunscreen pero ayoko ng heavy. But aside from Tita Small, another very impressive release this year is actually a sun stick and a Lipscreen. Pero ipagsasabay ko na lang silang dalawa because they actually come from the same brand. And sobrang naloko talaga ako dito because this Filipino brand is really moving our local sunscreen options forward. And baka medyo familiar na kayo, medyo alam niyo na siguro yung release na to given yung mga products na minention ko. That brand is none other than, of course, Luxe Organix. And this year, they released their Invisible Screen Daily Sun Stick and their Panthenol Therapy 24-hour Lipscreen. And very big deal yung release na to, guys, ha. Let me explain why. First, Luxe Organix just released the most lightweight sunstick in the market. As in, no exaggeration, ito talaga ang top 1 lightest sa lahat ng mga Filipino sunsticks na natry ko. And marami na ako natry na iba't ibang mga sunsticks from Filipino brands. And sa mga nanonood sa akin sa TikTok, baka alam nyo na nag-full day wear test ako nito, and this is really the most lightweight, most mattifying sunstick na natry ko. As in, wala siya nung mabigat na waxy feeling on the skin. It just feels very airy and light. I would say very, very close siya kay Beauty of Joseon and kay Isntree, which are Korean branded sunsticks, which are probably the lightest in the world. As in, ito siguro parang third place na siya compared sa dalawang yun. But that is again a very, very big deal, lalo na coming from a Filipino brand. And number 2 reason kung bakit big deal yung Luxe Organix release na to, it's because they also released the first and right now the only high protection lip screen from a Filipino brand. And guys, even sa mga international brands, mahihirapan kang maghanap ng option na SPF50 PA 4+. But for some reason, Luxe Organix was able to do it. But aside from the protection, I also really like yung very healthy finish nito when you apply it sa lips. As in, ang ganda talaga ng itsura niya, mukhang healthy na healthy yung lips mo. And if you want, you can even build it up to a glazed look. And lalo na kung nagja-chap or sobrang nagda-dry yung lips mo, especially since very weak yung skin barrier natin sa lips, this might really help prevent that or protect yung skin ng lips natin, not only from dryness, but also from the sun. Now, aside from face sunscreens, another thing na sobrang nag-grow talaga sa local skincare natin this year are body sunscreen options. And I'm just so happy to say na nag-step up na talaga yung mga Watsons brands natin in terms of this, and we finally have amazing options na mabibili mo sa Watsons lang, all coming from proudly Filipino brands. The Quick FX Vita Sunscreen, 1 year later, this is still one of the sunscreens na pinakasulit talaga yung price per ml. I've recommended this so many times, and technically, pwede pa siya on the face or on the body as a 2-in-1 moisturizer or lotion and sunscreen. Unlike our other options though, hindi siya watery gel, mas cream type siya, but even then, light cream finish pa rin naman ito and very comfortable pa rin on the skin. And actually, meron akong in-depth review of this product, and marami na rin sa inyong may alam talaga ng product na to. I'm sure merong magsasabi talaga sa comments na ito talaga yung best sunscreen, ginagamit pa rin nila until now. Sure na ako. I guess yung masasabi kong parang pinaka-con na lang ng product na to is hindi siya water resistant, in which doon naman pumapasok yung entry ni Luxe Organix this year for a body sunscreen. Baliktad pala siya. This is their SPF 150+ 6-in-1 Max Shield Sunscreen. Game-changing na release din to this year, guys, because the last time we saw an SPF 100+ na sunscreen sa market, banana boat, copper tone, beach hot siya, and ang bigat ng feeling niya on the skin, aminin nyo. Compared to other SPF 100+ na mga lotions, ito talaga mas mabilis siyang mag-blend sa skin from a white cream, and hindi siya mabigat sa skin after you apply it. And actually, winner test ko na rin to while working out, both on the face and on the body, and thankfully, hindi naging white yung pawis ko from this, kahit sobrang pinapawisan ako that day. But aside from these two, another very underrated underrated option na hindi masyadong pinapansin. I don't know why, but this is probably one of the lightest body sunscreen products na actually pwede rin sa face. But it's actually best just for reapplication. And this is the Jeju Aloe Ice 3-in-1 Niacinamide Cooling UV Sun Mist from Fresh Skin Lab. Na as you guys know, hindi ako masyadong mahilig sa mga aerosol na sunscreen sprays kasi nadidilute ng gas ng aerosol can yung sunscreen product mismo. But this one, kahit nakakan siya na metal, hindi siya aerosol. And ang meaning nun is, number 1, hindi madidilute ng gas yung sunscreen kasi nga separate sila. And number 2, walang harmful na gas na marirelease sa hangin because the pressurized gas stays inside. But aside from yung technology ng packaging niya, another really nice thing about this is yung formulation niya because kahit na sunscreen spray siya, this is drying alcohol-free. Kaya okay na okay siya kahit sa face din. But despite being drying alcohol-free, kasi diba alcohol yung nagpapa-lightweight talaga sa mga sunscreens, even if wala siyang alcohol, sobrang lightweight ng feeling nito sa skin, as in water-light yung consistency niya na hindi shiny and greasy when you set it on the skin. As in, I cannot emphasize this anymore guys, sobrang comfortable talaga yung feeling nito once it sets on your skin. Kaya talaga top choice ko to when it comes to reapplying sunscreen. Ang ganda-ganda talaga nito, super comfortable and a super innovative release by Fresh Skin Lab. And the best part, it's so easy to get sa nearest Watsons nyo. O diba, like I said, grabe talaga yung growth ng mga sunscreens natin locally from the category na pinakahirap talaga akong mag-recommend nung dati mga 2021, 2022 to a category I've recommended the most products in sa video na to. And if gusto nyo pang i-compare yung mga options nyo, especially in terms of price, nilagay ko na lahat ng mga product links sa description box para hindi na kayo mahirapang hanapin sila. But aside from the essentials na cleanser, moisturizer, and sunscreen, another category na sobrang nag-improve talaga ang Filipino skincare are yung mga toners and serums natin. So much so na deserve niya ng separate video. So stay tuned for that, but for now, here are some videos from earlier this year na minention ko yung mga best products natin sa video na to, just in case you want more in-depth reviews of them. So thank you so much for watching guys, and as usual, I will see you in the next video. Bye!